In this video, we are going to strip everything back. If I lost my entire self-publishing business tomorrow and had to start completely from scratch, no books, no audience, no head start, this is exactly what I would do to rebuild it from the ground up in 2025. And the best part is that this strategy that I'm about to share is one of the fastest, low-risk ways I know to start generating consistent royalties while building a long-term self-publishing business that keeps paying you for years to come. And yes, I'm also going to show you the exact tools I'd grab right now, including something brand new that has just launched that quite honestly makes this process easier than it has ever been. So grab a notebook, grab a coffee or a cup of tea. Let's go step by step. Hi, welcome to Self-Publishing Central. My name is Caroline, and every single week I share real strategies, case studies, and behind-the-scenes tips to help you build a thriving self-publishing business. So let's start with step one, wiping the slate clean. If I was starting fresh, the very first thing I do is mentally wipe the slate clean. No looking back at what I used to do, no hanging on to what worked back then. The self-publishing world moves fast, and what matters is what's working right now. A lot of self-publishers waste months chasing complicated book projects or trendy niches that die out, or books that just require so much work up front that they just give up before they even have the chance to hit publish. If I had to rebuild today, I'd focus on a publishing model that has low production costs, can be created quickly, sells year-round, and is scalable into a big profitable brand. That model for me is puzzle books and educational workbooks. These are two of the most profitable evergreen categories in low and medium content book publishing. They're used by kids, parents, and teachers. And the beauty is you don't need to reinvent the wheel and create something brand new and unseen. The demand is already there for these books. Here are some examples of what these two niches are like, or if you have never explored them before. I've just hopped on over to Amazon, done a quick search for puzzle books. Puzzle books itself as a keyword phrase is very broad and very generic. But let's just have a scroll through and see what types of puzzle books are out there and what types of puzzle books are selling. Some of the most popular puzzle books are word searches. We have crosswords and Sudoku, also some of the most popular puzzle books. There's mazes. And then you might notice that there is also a mixture here of different ages. We've got puzzle books for kids as well as puzzle books for adults. And so what we're doing here when we're looking at any kind of niche research is that we're looking for multiple books on the first page of search results with really low bestseller ranks. A BSR tells us whether a book is popular with Amazon's customers or not. And if there are lots of books with low bestseller ranks, that means these books are selling all the time, meaning they are in demand. So straight away, most of the books on the first page of the search results for puzzle books have low bestseller ranks. We've got this one here at 377. That is out of all books on Amazon, not just out of puzzle books. So that book is one of the best-selling books across Amazon, which is a memory book for adults. Lots of different types of puzzles within that book. More bestseller ranks in the top 1,000. This is a large print word search book, a very, very popular type of book. We've got 1,000+ Sudoku book here for adults and seniors in the top 500. So straight away, we can see that puzzle books overall is extremely popular and extremely in demand. And if we do even look at a couple of these books even further, so this one here, which was that memory activity book for adults, a bestseller rank of 377, has thousands of positive reviews. So what does this all mean in terms of what you can make, what type of royalties that you receive? Well, I'm just going to pop on over to the Kindlepreneur book sales calculator. And if we just pop in that bestseller rank, it's a paperback book. And if we just enter in the pages, so 154 pages selling for $9.99, that's going to estimate for us how many copies this book is selling and how much it is making. So straight away, we can see with a bestseller rank of just under 400, the book is selling nearly 4,000 copies per month. But in terms of royalties, that's an estimated royalties of around $13,000 from one very simple puzzle book that is so easy to make with some of the tools that I'm going to be showing you a bit later in this video. Then I've pulled up the big book of word searches. This one's only been around for about a year, and so that's doing really, really well for about a year. And the bestseller rank on this one was 526. So if we pop in a bestseller rank of 526, we can see that that book is selling around 3,000 copies every single month. Now, in terms of the royalties, it's not making a massive amount. I'm not too sure why they have their book priced so low, but maybe they have some other reason for why they published this book aside from making money from it. So even with a sales price of $4.99, this self-publisher is still bringing in around $2,000 to $2,500 per month. And word search books are incredibly easy to make if you have the right kind of tools. Now, if we just head on over and do another search for educational workbooks, because that is the other niche that I would be building my self-publishing business on if I was starting from scratch. Educational workbooks is such an incredible niche, and I love this niche. Not only is it helpful, not only are we helping people learn, helping children learn, it's a really fun niche, and you can get very creative with these books, especially if you are targeting the younger kids, the kindergarten or the early school year kids. You can get really creative with these books. So again, let's search through and see what kind of educational workbooks we have. You will find some are targeting a specific subject, like this one, targeting maths. They will also target a specific age. So we've got learning to write workbooks. We've got a vocabulary builder. We've got a book around the human body. So if you just think about how many different subjects that you learn in school or that you learn throughout life, and you can create an educational workbook for every single one. And again, keeping our eyes on the bestseller ranks, these are all very, very low bestseller ranks. Educational workbooks are huge. Homeschooling is getting huge. A lot of parents these days are very proactive in helping their children learn outside of school. Got some more maths ones here, learning to read. And if we drill down into some of these a little bit further, you'll have seen this book in quite a few of my videos. It's one of the best-selling books on Amazon, currently sitting at number 10 out of every single book on Amazon. And if you had a book sitting at number 10 bestseller rank, you're going to be selling tens of thousands of copies every single month. But then if we want to sort of drill down even further, because obviously educational workbooks is very, very broad, and say you want to niche down even further and target a specific subject. So let's take a look at math workbooks. So we've got some maths for grades 4 to 6. We have basic math workbooks. These ones are generally for the older kids because you can see they're not as creative just by the examples on the cover. We've got a big fat middle school math workbook, which is going to have all sorts of different math problems in them. So you can target a specific math problem like addition or subtraction, or you can create a book with a variety of different problems within it. And these math workbooks in particular are really, really popular. If you've been keeping an eye on the bestseller rank, as I've been scrolling through, you can see there are lots of books within the top 1,000, top 10,000 of all books on Amazon. This one here in particular, this is a very popular brand. If we take a quick look at this brand, they've got 43 paperback books, all targeting different math problems, and they do have some of the most popular math workbooks on Amazon. Their best-selling book, The 100 Timed Tests for Multiplication Problems, this book has a bestseller rank of 647, and this book consistently sells well. We take a quick look at what this book is doing in terms of royalties. With a 647 bestseller rank, this book is selling nearly 3,000 copies per month approximately, and making around $6,500 to $7,000 in a single month. So when we go back and look, they've got 43 of these books, and most of them are extremely popular. They all have great bestseller ranks. But where it gets really exciting today is that if I were starting from scratch today, I would immediately grab the brand new puzzles membership or the math membership, or ideally I would pick up the charter membership combo offer, where I would have every single tool I needed to make both of these kinds of books right from day one. I will go into more on that in just a minute, but let's talk niches first. So step 2, choosing the right niches. When you're starting from scratch, niche selection will literally make or break you. You want something that's profitable and proven, but not so overcrowded that your book just gets buried in the search results. These are the reasons why I would start with puzzle books and educational workbooks. They sell all year round. There are no seasonal dips. They work for multiple audiences. You've got kids, you've got parents, you've got teachers, you've got homeschoolers, you've got adults, you've got teens, you've got seniors. They're easily scalable. One successful book can turn into a whole series and a whole brand. For example, a successful Sudoku book for kids aged 8 to 12 can easily expand into Sudoku aged 4 to 6, or for all different ages of kids, it can expand into Christmas Sudoku animal Sudoku, and so on. An educational first grade math workbook can branch into second grade, third grade, fourth grade, and then into different areas, different subjects like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and so many other different math problems. They're perfect for repeat customers. Teachers, parents, and schools often buy multiple books. People who love doing puzzles buy multiple puzzle books, or they come back and buy more once they have completed one of their books. This is why the new puzzle membership and math memberships are game changers. This is something that I myself have been waiting for a very long time because I can just see how beneficial and cost effective it is. You get access to dozens of creation tools that cover a really wide range of different puzzles and different educational workbook types, meaning you can hit multiple niches fast without paying for each tool separately. So if I was starting over from today, I would pick one niche from each category to begin with. There are lots of different tools within these memberships. I can see it might be easy to get overwhelmed at what books you're going to make and how many you're going to make, but just pick one niche first to start with. For example, from the puzzles, I would choose word searches or Sudoku, and from educational topics, I would maybe choose math and handwriting practice. That way, I could test the waters in two niches at once without doubling my workload. Step 3, building a series. This is where the real money and where real business longevity is. One book on its own, that's just a trickle of income, but a well-structured series, that's when things start compounding. Let's just think about it. Someone who comes and buys first grade math will probably buy second grade, third grade, and so on later on. Someone who enjoys animal-themed word searches will likely buy holiday word searches too. So before we move on to the next step of building a self-publishing business from scratch, let me go into more detail about what these memberships are all about and what is included exactly. If you have watched any of my previous videos about puzzle books or about educational workbooks, you'll know that I recommend a bunch of different tools that you can purchase to help you create these kinds of books. And while I love recommending these tools, I use them myself personally. I think they're really great tools, and I think that they are amazing to be able to help you create books in niches that would otherwise be very difficult to make books in. They can be above some people's budget, especially if you want to buy more than one. And you did have to purchase every tool separately if you wanted to create different types of books, or if you wanted to create activity books which had multiple different puzzles and activities in them. Now we have a membership option, which I'm so excited about. I've been waiting so long for this, where you get access to all the puzzle and math book tools for a low monthly subscription. So I'm just going to take you straight over to the website. This is where you will go. Once you click the link down in the description box below, it's going to explain everything to you about these memberships and what is included. We know what these tools are going to help you with. They're going to help you with saving time, being able to build these books automatically. You're not going to have to manually sit and do math problems. You're not going to have to go between different tools. So this is what you're going to get access to. You're going to be able to create bilingual word search puzzles. You can create mazes in all different types of shapes. You can create cryptogram puzzles. Instant Puzzle Generator is the tool that helps you to create word searches. You can also create shape word searches, image word searches. You can create coloring book word searches, so a word search puzzle that you can color. You can create Sudoku. Then we get into the maths tool. So you can create math problems, which is creating things like addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. You get access to measurement worksheets, which helps teach about length, weight, volume, and size. You can create books about fractions. You can teach how to learn the time, reading clocks, how to count. And going back to the puzzles, we've got the crossword puzzle generator too. So you can create crosswords for your puzzle books. So pretty much every tool that I have ever recommended is now included within this one membership. This is just some examples of the kinds of pages that you can create. And whether this is for publishing books on Amazon, or whether you like to create printable products that you may sell on Etsy or through your own website or something, you can use it for any of those things. And so let's just head down to the costs, because I know that's probably the most common thing that everyone is wondering. So the most cost-effective membership is the charter membership. This will give you access to tools to build puzzle books, activity books, and math workbooks. So this charter membership is going to give you access to all the tools, and you can create any of those types of books. If that is too much for you, if you just want to focus on puzzles, you can choose a puzzle membership, which you get access to all the puzzle tools. Or if you prefer to do math workbooks, you can choose the math memberships where you'll get access to the math tools, but not the puzzle tools. So in terms of how much this would cost you if you were going to be getting access to each tool separately, the puzzle membership would be costing $405 a month. The charter membership would be costing you over $1,000 a month, and the math membership would be costing $675 a month. There is some special discounted pricing for the people who do want to get in on this early. So for the charter membership, it is going to cost $77 per month, but that is only for the first 999 people who want to join. And after that, the price will be $134 a month. So if the charter membership, which gives you access to all of the tools, is something that you want, signing up to that now before those 999 memberships go is going to be the best time to get the best pricing. For the puzzle membership, it is currently $47 per month, and the math membership is $47 per month. So you can see that you're saving there if you want all of the tools by signing up to the charter membership. This is just such a great time that this has come out. I know there are so many people who have been wanting to get access to more than one tool or to all the tools without having to pay that high price that you would have had to pay if you were going to be buying these all individually like what we had to do in the past. And of course, I do have some premium bonuses available for those of you who do want to sign up to the charter membership at any time. So whether you sign up to the charter membership when it's $77 per month or once we hit 1,000 people and the price increases, either way, you will get access to my premium bonuses. And that includes things like premium A+ content templates, hundreds of niche ideas, my own personal KDP swipe files, self-publishing guides, Amazon ads guides, and a heap more. So head on down to the link down in the description box below. Have a look through the different memberships, have a read of all the information, have a read through the frequently asked questions, and choose the membership that best suits you. So moving on, here is the step-by-step approach I would take to build a series from scratch. Launch the first book. It will be high quality, it will have a clear niche focus, and a great cover. Create 2 to 3 follow-up books immediately. Different difficulty levels, age ranges, or themed variations, for example. Continue adding to the series every single month. Even just one new book per month will keep the series alive. And this is exactly where the charter membership becomes a no-brainer. Instead of buying puzzle book tools one month and then math workbook tools the next month, I'd have everything on tap from day one, which will allow me to expand multiple series at the same time. And then I'd move on to the next step, which is marketing without overwhelm. If you're starting fresh, marketing can feel intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. Here are the things that I would focus on. Amazon ads. Just start small, $5 a day budgets, and then just focus on your top keywords. Next, optimize listings. Keyword-rich titles and bullet points make a huge difference. A+ content, visual brand consistency across your series. And if you do pick up the charter membership, you will get my premium A+ content templates, which will help you with that. Cross promotion. Always link your other books inside every single book. And the next step, scaling from $500 to $5,000 and more. Once you've got a few books selling, the game starts to change. Now you're not scrambling for your first sale. You're going to double down on what is already working. Here's how I'd scale. Identify your top performing series and expand it even further. Add seasonal or holiday editions for easy extra sales and boosts throughout the year. Reinvest profits into Amazon ads for your proven winners. Start a second brand in a totally different niche. The beauty of having both the memberships is that you can branch out instantly. Doing well in puzzle books? Then go ahead and test an educational workbook line. If you are crushing it with math workbooks, try logic puzzles. And lastly, why right now is the best time to start. This is important. Right now, these memberships are brand new with the charter membership pricing only available for early members. As I mentioned earlier, once the first 999 spots are filled, the price will go up permanently. If I were starting today, I wouldn't wait. I would lock in my spot while the price is low, then spend the next year building out as many books and as many series as possible using these tools. So if I lost my self-publishing business tomorrow, this is exactly how I'd rebuild it. Choose evergreen niches like puzzles and educational workbooks. Build multiple series from day one. Use memberships to help speed up production and scale faster. And right now, with the launch of the Puzzle Books membership, the Math Workbook membership, and the Charter membership, which combines them both into one, you'll have access to the exact tools that I use myself if I did have to start over again from scratch. In fact, I do use these tools, although I'm not starting from scratch. These are the tools that I do use to create puzzle books and educational workbooks. Links are down in the description box below. Go check them out before the Charter membership pricing is gone. If you did enjoy this video, YouTube thinks that you might like these ones too. So please go check them out to learn more about self-publishing your own low and medium content books on Amazon. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.